Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming, and thank you for having me here. Today, I want to talk. This is my second session. I had one yesterday, and this is my second one here at Riga Dev Day. And today, I want to talk about my bunch of kind of experiences I had with command line stuff. It's been kind of collecting that list. I've been collecting for a while, and now after a while, I was like, maybe I can use that to do something more with that. You know, I can share with people. So what I'm going to talk about today is well, this is pretty much the list. I'm going to do some introduction, just a little bit, what I'm doing right now, right? Then I'll look more at the history part, which you use. Mostly it will be bash shell, and if you have your computers with you, actually, what you can do, you can hack along. You can try out things I'll be showing there, and you can try them out and see how they work and how if it works. Hopefully it will. You'll need anything that has a command line, Ubuntu, Linux, anything, a Mac. Windows will work too with the Cygwin or anything like that, anything similar. It will do fine. So, history. Then we'll look more at some expansions and shorthands and everything that will make your life easier in a way that you don't have to type all the time or everything, all kind of commands. Look some useful commands that can make your life easier, just simple commands, and then there will be some more examples. The colors there, well, they represent each section, and I try to time code them, so you see how much time I'll be using on different parts of it. I know that I started yesterday also with the one of those from XKCD. How many of you have seen this one before? Good. There are some hands. This is what we're kind of going to be doing today, right? Well, not making sandwiches, but writing some command line stuff. But how many of you know that you can do it like this instead? Okay, good. Less hands, but there are still hands. Good. That kind of things we'll be looking more into. I mean, there will be things you have seen before. There will be some new stuff, but I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure there will be some stuff that you haven't seen before. Unless you're like super Linux command line guru, which is really nice to have as well. Normally I have a drone with me that does like things I can control from command line. I was told that I'll be holding this presentation a little bit too late, so I don't have that with me. But I've been told that I have a teddy bear instead. I can't program that guy, but I can give that away. So we'll see who gets that at the end. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to decide that as well. All right. So, history. And, well, another thing. I'll be doing two things that usually people say that you're not supposed to do when giving a talk. It's one of them. I'll be doing a lot of live coding. I mean, I have like 5 slides, I think, in total for an hour, right? It doesn't work. I'm going to be doing a lot of live things in a command line. And the second thing, instead of walking around here, I'll be standing most of the time in front of a computer because, well, I have to type, right? So, let's go. There's a command line. Can you see it? Yeah, good. Wave with your hands if you can't. I'll make it bigger. No waving hands. Perfect. All right. Let's start from the beginning, the history. So what is that thing? The history is usually something that that collects all the commands you've been running, and that's usually you do run a lot of things with lots of parameters and everything and all those kind of things, and it's very nice to have something that remembers that for you. In Windows, in old like cmd command line Windows thing before the PowerShell, it would forget. Every time you would close the window, it would just forget that thing. That kind of sucked. So this is my virtual machine. Please forgive me if you see something weird there. It's my virtual machine. I use that for testing things, so there might be some funny stuff here. It's pretty new machine, so you see it's just only 200 commands. And basically, what I do is, what happens here is that when I type history, it just shows all the commands that I've been running ever since. And well, I've just typed 223 of them. So the format is pretty simple. It's basically a number, just a running number, just incrementing by 1, and the command. So what I can do is actually to the first one, the simple one, would be saying like the one we saw here already. Let's see, well, something like that will fail without sudo, right? Then you can do, instead of doing like this and going back and typing sudo there, what you can do is to like this, and that will work, right? And then it will ask for password, and then you can type it, and well, it will work, right? This is simple. But what you can also do is this is the simple part, and then you can say, for example, I want to run line that's the line on 217. Then you can do exclamation mark 217, and it will execute that. The funny part is that if I type history again, it will not be there. The weird thing I typed. It will actually replace that with the actual command. So you don't really see those in the history. You will actually see the real commands, which is good and sometimes confusing. Like you type all those kind of funny things, and you're trying and testing, and you're okay. Well, I'll have that in my history so I can remember that. But well, you don't. So you actually have to remember that. But the fun doesn't start there. Stop there. You can actually, well, it starts there. You can do some more stuff. You can actually search for history. So the simplest way is typing just Control-R, and then you can do like cat, and then it will find the last command that you had that started with cat or contains cat, and will show it there. And then you can do like this, and you can press enter or something like that, and some weird stuff happens, right? Well, this is not fun. This is basic. This is simple search, right? You can just type here and it will do stuff. What you can do, again, you can use the exclamation mark for more fun. You can do like things like this. I think should work. Well, it did. So what happened is that, and we look at the history again, it's been replaced again by cat syslog. It was just a random example of a command I had starting with cat. So exclamation mark cat will actually find the latest, the newest command, the one at the bottom of the file, of your history file, and will execute it over again. If you don't want to execute it over again, you can do like this. The colon P will just print that. This is very nice, because sometimes you don't want to execute that. You have a really, really, really long command like, well, this was my miserable attempt to create a really long command at 216 there. Really long path, right? Well, if you don't want to type all over that thing, you can actually say, and this, and it will actually print that, and then you can use that stuff. What you can also do, what most of the, I mean, if it was kind of new thing for me when I figured that out, is that you can actually print, you can separate things. You can pull the parameters only from the command line. You can print just the command, just different things, and everything is being built in, which is a really nice thing. So let's see if you have, another way of searching stuff before we go anywhere else. This did the same thing. It kind of now it searches for cat. Let's see if we can do like this, and then maybe we can do like, yeah. See what I did there? If you just do it like this, I don't think it will work. No, It doesn't, right? Because there is nothing starting with syslog there, right? But if you do like this, it will actually, this is a little bit scary because it will actually find the latest command that contains syslog anywhere in the string and will execute that. I guess if you do like this, it will actually print that. No, it didn't. Okay. Fine. But you can still search and execute. A little bit dangerous, but still could be really nice. If you know what you're doing, would be really, really nice. You know, it saves you some time. And that's the point, right? And then what we can do more, we can do, let's see, we can, if we clear the screen and if we go like, something like that, right? 3 commands. You have one, or well, 1 command and 3 parameters. Just random stuff. What you can do is to, let's see, you can do things like, there is more stuff with exclamation marks that you can do. It's, the virtual machine is not being cooperative, really. Where do I have, this is supposed to be working. I can't find the $sign. This kind of sucks. Okay, let's cheat. This is easy. We can cheat. We have, right? Copy paste. Sorry about that, but sometimes you have to do that kind of stuff. Okay, there you go. Really easy way to do that, saving time and everything. Speaking of that, right? Well, okay, let's see. See what happened there? When you have $, it would actually find the last parameter and just try to run that. So you can do that kind of stuff. I want to try to do something. Okay, now I have to paste that. This is kind of embarrassing, but oh. Hey, you can do that too. You can just print instead of running it, right? Which is nice. Which is sometimes you have a long list of paths or something like that you want to do something with. You can do that kind of things with it. Or you can even incorporate that stuff into your next command or something like that, saying like echo, or maybe I can do like, let's see if it works actually. Yeah, pasting thing. That's nice. I'm really looking forward to the rest of weird characters I'm going to type. Yeah, now it actually works. You can actually echo and, well, okay. You can build up commands like this, which is really nice. What you can also do is, you can do things like exclamation mark star, which is also kind of looks weird, but see what happened there? It actually, wait. We run that command again, right? It always uses the last command, right? So exclamation star. Well, now it just picked up all the parameters that's been sent to function and prints them. Well, tries to execute them, but again, you can do like this, right? Now you see what happened? It actually picked up just 2 because it thinks that my last command was actually foo, which was a command with 2 parameters, bar and boss. So next time I would do that, it should print only 1. Let's see. If I did this, yeah, oh, it works. Okay, all right. And the other one, the last one with exclamation mark is this one with a little tiny little hat on top. And before we do that, we should execute this guy. And there. It did the opposite, right? It dropped all the parameters, but it just got the command. The first thing you have before the space, which is also could be really useful sometimes. You can combine. I mean, what I'm going to show you, all those things I'm going to show you, it's like small pieces of puzzle that you can put together and create some cool stuff, and or actually even understand stuff that's been written by others, because like sometimes people write some bash scripts or whatever with those kind of things, and you're just sitting there and it looks like a line noise. That's what they say about Perl, I heard. They say like in Python it's executable line pseudocode, while Perl is executable line noise. It's kind of the same kind of thing. Sometimes Bash can be executable line noise, you know, with all those weird characters going after one after each other, and you're like, what's going on? Well, now you know, at least some of them. Oh, there's one more. Let's see. I'm almost done with the history with that kind of part, which is all the weird characters. But if you do this, it will actually do exactly the same thing as the exclamation mark $, but it will not actually replace that thing in history. So if we run history now, see, line 244, it's actually not being replaced by the original command, but it did the same thing. It did the same thing as this one. All right. Okay, off to something else. Let me see. Oh, this one is fun. This one is also a little bit dangerous, but it's really fun. If you do something like, if you type a lot and you write something, you have a typo. So let's see, if you have if we do something like cd, I hope I have this. No, I don't. Okay, well, let's see what we have. Well, okay, let's see. We have dconf. Right? Let's say I want to go to that folder, dconf. And I want to go back. But let's say I had a typo. Maybe like this. It will say there's no such file or directory, right? There is another funny thing that you can actually turn on, which you shouldn't. We're running the same thing over again, right? dconf with M, not N, which is not supposed to work. Ta-da! This is really fun when you have like delete commands and remove commands and all those things. I would really advise you to do that. Just like let the shell guess for you. This is really fun, right? But you can do that. And it could be useful sometimes, you know. It's kind of a bit hidden. Not that many people know it's there, and if you know, it's really cool. And well, you can use that. You can again use that for remove commands. It's really fun. Actually, you can. Speaking of remove commands, this is my username. It gets scary sometimes. Sometimes I even sign my emails like this and see how many people react. Well, that's my initials, right? But sometimes I also have been trying some of those commands and running all those parameters and all those things. And one of them was actually, let's see what it was. It was something about adding user, I think. Add user. Yeah, this one. This one is really fun, right? And this one was my last command, and I was trying at the hotel yesterday, all those, you know, $, exclamation mark things, running the first parameter. Well, you know where I'm going, right? Well, it went well. Machine is still up, but I got scared a couple of times. Come again? Oh, so the question is if it actually really hurt me. I think almost once, but I managed to stop it in time. It was a it was a second before I pressed enter, or I just right after. I don't remember exactly, but I remember it was that close. This is my work username, so I can't really do anything about that either, you know. And I kind of start to like that anyway. It's kind of, you know, living dangerous. Doing live coding, having those usernames. That's well, it's not even my middle name, but that's actually my name. Well, my name. Well, okay. Anyway, yeah. Actually, one more thing. Let's see if you have something. I don't know if you saw what I did there, but it has nothing to do with history in a way, but it's a bash kind of thing. But I don't know if you saw what I did just a second ago, and did right now again. But basically, what I'm doing, you can actually switch between folders with going back and forth. Let's see, I have a path here. Right? Long path. I'm somewhere deep up there. Instead of typing like this all the time. Fun, right? Oh, I'm there, almost. There. What you can actually do is to do like this, and to go back, you can just like this. Oh, wait, before we run that. Print working directory, so I'm there, right? Cd. I'm there now. And guess what? If I do it again, I'll go back. So you can just jump back and forth between those. It has nothing to do with history, really. It's more like a bash kind of special thing. The way they do that is they introduce some environment variables and everything that kind of keeps the track of the old folders and all this kind of things, all the previous folders. But just really nice to know. It saves you so much time, right? Okay. What else? I have a cheat sheet here. It's long too, so I'm just have to pick something interesting for you guys. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I think we will go back to me, to the desktop, and let's go. I want to show you something else. This is the second part, which is about expansions and aliases and all those kind of things. Many of you used that. How many of you used aliases? Yeah, almost everyone. How about the expansions? Ah, perfect. 2 hands, 3 hands. Okay. Good. Okay, not that much time on aliases, which is good, which I was also planning, because most of you have used that already. Basically, aliases is the way of putting long, horrible command that you usually don't want to type that much. You put it into a shorter alias. I had a friend of mine, we had this a couple of years ago, we had a battle at a conference between me with bash script and bash shell and him with PowerShell. So we were like having 2 computers switching between each other and doing things. He actually created an alias that would link to I don't have that machine anymore with me, but when I kind of turned around, he created an alias saying it was something like, whenever I pressed like CD or something, whenever I typed that, and you can actually replace the normal commands in Linux, right? Whenever I would type CD, it would just pop up a blue screen, the image of a blue screen from Windows, which is really nice. In the middle of the presentation, and I was like, come on. And well, he was like, no, it was me, for sure. But you can do that, and also people, it's more like almost like a religious question, but it's like, you know, Emacs and VI. So people like going for one thing and then hating the other usually. And it's this century's kind of war thing. It's between those editors, right? But people, but what you can do is to do like right? Yeah, some people start clapping. Let me guess what browser, what text editor you're using. You can do things like that, and then every time you would run Emacs, it will actually start VI. That's how I learned my first command in VI. That's exclamation mark Q. It took me a while to learn. Well, that's how it is. But Aliases let you do things like that. But I mean, like, apart from practical jokes, what you can do is to do things like that. I have a command called ll, which does not exist officially in the bash shell, which if I use another cool command, which is type, it will actually show me what it actually is. It will say that ll is alias to ls minus alf with a bunch of parameters and stuff. What I can do, just to show you how it works, I can say an alias ll, and it will not work anymore because I removed that alias thing, right? So if I do the same type ll, it says, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know that thing. And then you can do alias ll equals let's see, LAH, something like that. Now it's working again. Perfect. Right? Okay, that's it. That's it about aliases. The good thing to know is, I think most of you know how to use alias, but this one is really good to know that it exists there. So whenever you get your cd command mapped to display blue screen of death of Windows on the Ubuntu machine, you know what to do. You can just say an alias cd, and it will actually go back to the real thing. There is a hand over there. Yes. The question was if you can do a name alias with the name an alias. I'm not sure if I should do. Well, if everything crashes, you know who to blame on, right? And what it should alias to? Now you're getting dangerous here. Now you're scaring me. Maybe I can do like this, something like that. That's actually going to be a problem. No, I'm not going to press enter on this one, really. Yeah, that's the thing, because that I will not be ever able to run an alias that thing. Oh, so the thing is that you can actually there is a parameter that you can add, so it would actually run the real thing, not the alias thing, which is actually a really good tip. That's another thing. That's really nice. Thanks for that. Well, since we can't remember what it is, we'll leave. There is a hand over there again. This is. Okay, so you can press key up, set an alias to alias and alias, and then we're like deep into the inception of the aliases. Wow, this is really nice. This is really good. It's not often you get so much feedback. This is very good. I like that. Okay, enough of that. You can try that on your computers. All the computers, they're all like, I see the computers there, so have fun. If I see someone crying, I know what's going on. That's all right. The trick is that you can actually close the window, your terminal, because all those things that you're doing now are not being saved. They're not like being persisted in any way. So you can actually close the terminal window, and you will get back to the normal, proper way of having things. So don't worry about that. I should have said that when people start crying, but well, I'm nice today. That's what I want to talk to you about now is the expansions, which is a little bit more. It's kind of a little bit more unknown kind of sibling, a cousin or something of Alias, which is, let's say you have you want to create 10 files, empty files. So you would normally do something like file 01, or maybe, okay, 1.txt, and then you would press enter, and you would do like, yeah, okay, 2, and you know, and then I have 2 files there, perfect. And if you wanted to do like 10 of them, it's kind of okay. Maybe if you're gonna do like 100 of them, it's not okay anymore. And you might ask, why would you want to do that? But the thing is that, well, you probably don't usually create 100 files, but you might want to delete files, log files, for example, between special dates. You want to say, I want to delete all the log files between the 1st and 23rd of February. And how you do that, right? It's kind of sucks to typing all that things and deleting one by one. What you can do, you can actually use the expansions here. So, okay, I found curly brackets. This is a good start. It's kind of fun with the Mac keyboard, with Ubuntu that thinks it's on a Windows keyboard, and it's really fun. What you can do here, you can actually say things like this. What will happen? Well, it will create 1, 2, so you can actually do like. I didn't remove them. Okay, I'll remove them. Time changed, so timestamp changed, so they've been, yeah, okay. Let's remove them. Like this. Right, they're gone. You can do things like, but this is the simplest way. This is the kind of the boring way of doing that. You can do things like this, and it will be there. Well, kind of like this. I mean, see. Ignore those 2 first ones. They're weird. They're different. But okay, let's see. We remove them too. We remove that one too. Okay, they're gone. Fine. So back to our example. Let's say you want to do 100, right? You don't want to comma all those. You can do like this. And then you can actually be bold and crazy and do things like that. Right? What happens? Hey, we have all of them there. This is very nice. This is normally you won't use again. You won't use that for creating stuff, but you will definitely use that for like deleting, maybe moving stuff. You know, you want to delete, move things between special intervals. What you can also use that for is that, okay, let's see. We can delete that again. All files are gone. Right? Nothing there. What you can also do is to, let's say you have a file called something.conf. What you can do is to do things like, see where I'm going? If I want to replace the name of the file, if I want to call it conf and old, I can do this, and it will be called something else, which is really also really nice thing. This thing saves you quite some time. And then you can do like back and forth, and then when you're done, you can just replace them. You can also what you can also do is to do like this with no parameter, just comma there. It should just add conf at the end. Well, I didn't have dot there. Should have had dots, which would be kind of nicer. But okay, let's do this. Yeah, well, and so on. You get the point, right? You can rename files, because an alternative would be to do like this and things like that, which kind of sucks. You can use the expansions. Expansions are really nice things to do those kind of things. What else? What else should I show you? Well, functions. How many of you have functions in your bash RC file? Oh, perfect. It's like somewhere in between aliases and expansions, like number of hands. This is good. The function is something that it's almost the same as an alias, but it's something that would take a parameter in. So typically a cd command is a kind of a function. So it actually, if you type cd, it expects you to give something, some other kind of something else, so it would know where to go, to where to change directory to, right? So what you can do is, how many of you, I mean, I've done that probably a million times already, but how many of you just do like this, and then you go like cd2, what do you have there? Oh, okay, we have perfect, and then what do you have there? Oh, document, right? This is kind of sucks. So what we can do is we can write a function that does those kind of cd and ls thing at the same time. We call it, we're going to be creative, so we're going to call it cdl, change directory and list. And it's going to be something like this, and it should be, the dollar thing. I still have it there. Nice. So what will happen now, I suddenly have a command called cdl, and then I can go into, what folder do I have? Okay, buried. That's really cheerful folder name. Yes, thank you, cdl. It's kind of reflexes now. You know? It's, hey, what do you know? It's actually went into the into the buried and lists the contents, which is really nice. I have that in my path now for several years. I'm still typing cd and ls after each other. It's old habits, they die hard sometimes. But you can use that. You know that, right? Now you know. Okay, what else do we have on we're kind of running out of time, so we can go into useful commands. Ooh, this is fun. I showed you a couple of them already. This one is Lifesaver. This one helps me a lot. Just if you want to know where things are installed or something like that, or what's being run. I had a lot of trouble with the Java installed, like different Javas installed different places and Windows. It would hide them all over in like system folders and program files or anything. And then you can just say, I'm not sure if I have Java here, but yeah, I do. It would actually show me which Java is being run. It's a really useful thing. Another thing, it's this one. It's really cool. You can, if you know that there is a command that does something, but you don't know what the command is, you can actually do something like this, and then you use that command, and you say, I want to give me all the commands that has a print in the description. It's quite a few of the commands, or like user maybe. It will be probably even more, or finger. Oh, finger. Yeah. Pinky. It's a lightweight finger. You see, it's a good thing. It actually gives you also a description, right? Well, another thing, which is, speaking of what's that? So what's finger? You can actually, no manual entry. Oops. Oh, maybe I'm, yeah, okay, let's go for pinky. Pinky, yeah, nice. It's lightweight finger, and then it shows you all the description and all the parameters it would have. So if you haven't seen the man pages, you probably have, but I'll just leave it there. this is not the longest one. If you go for like something like grep, then you have some stuff to read. Really nice to read just before you go to bed. You'll either fall asleep or you'll have nightmares. I don't know. Sometimes it's like one or the other. But it's very good, and then you can actually search for stuff, and then you can do like find or Windows maybe. I typed IND, and then I got hit on Windows. Oh, nice. Okay. And there is a own chapter about regular expressions and so on. Well, anyway, another thing. Oh, I locked it. Perfect. Another thing is that what you can do is to I forgot to show you one thing. There is it's kind of part of the history thing. Let's see. If I have, there is an editor called Nano, right? You know that. Perfect. It's bad Vim. It's being said. It's kind of like that's kind of Vim I like. I'm an Emacs person. Sorry about that. It had to be said. Well, okay, anyway. There is an editor called Nano. Doesn't matter. But the thing is that if I go up where all my files are, I think they should be in paths, right? Yeah, there is something conf. So let's see. I can do like this. And, well, write something there. Doesn't matter what. Save it. Close it. I can open it. It will be still there, right? But the thing is, if I mistype, if I say nunp, for example, which is obviously misspelling, right? It would say, no, I don't know what you're talking about. What you can do now is to do this. Sorry, what? I can make an alias, yes. But I can do better. I can actually do things like this. Wait, I'll move it a little bit further up. I can do like this. I would say the thing I typed wrong and the thing I would type the correct version, and it should work. Yes, it did. Whew. Running all those things live is nerve-wracking. What happens here is that it actually would find the last command that had nunp in it, replaces with nano, and run it. What you can do, you can go crazy with this thing. You can actually, this is regular expression field. You can actually do regular expressions there. Now I just did simple replacing words and everything. So some people, yeah, I hear some evil laugh. I hope you're not kind of contemplating on doing something with Alias and this thing. It's going to be fun. Actually, you know what I did? The other command line thing, this guy, the way I took that guy that I actually knew that he edited that, I added a script, a tiny little script. I should have had that. I should have showed you that. I had two really cool scripts that I showed on that that presentation, and one of them was actually would actually look at my bashrc file where he did that. So because that's the file where you would put all those things that would actually be persisted and being read every time you open a new terminal. So what he did there, actually, what I did there, I would have a script that would monitor that file, and every time it got saved, it would use a camera on my laptop and take a picture and send it by email to me. So I had a really nice picture, mugshot of him doing that. Well, I mean, the moment he saved, it took a picture and sent it to me. So you actually can booby trap files and things like that, which is also a really nice thing. But okay, back to the commands. I want to show you more stuff. I want to show you tree is a really nice one. Okay, we're there. We type tree. And, well, I'm at the wrong end of the whole thing. I should have used, yeah, I know, I should have used dash. I know, but this is really nice. This is very kind of nice to get a view of things when you're not, and when you're in a command line and you don't have like a windowed version of that. I like that. Of course, there are like which and find and this one I want to show you. ls off. In Linux or in anything that has to do with NIX systems, everything is files. So your Mouse is a file, and keyboard is a file, and network interface is a file. So everything is a file. And lsoff is a command that shows like you what's being used in what kind of files are open and what's open. So you can use that to monitor anything from your open ports on your network to what files are being used. So I think I should have, let's see, if I have, okay, really quick. No. Go away. If I copy this thing to desktop into here. There is a PDF file. I want to open it just so it's kind of being used. And when I it's there. So if I try to use my username on a file like this, it would actually delete it. Perfect. I didn't expect that to happen. I wanted it to say that the file is in use, but then what you could actually do, you could say like lsoff and pipe that to grep and say things like CL hacks. So it would actually show me which program is locking that file. Well, apparently the PDF reader here didn't actually lock the file. But that's what you can do. But lsoff it actually can be also used for network scanning the network ports and everything, see what your ports are open, everything, because all of them are actually files. Okay, what else? Ooh, I want to show you this one. You'll love this one. This is really useful when you're in terminal. You're kind of really bored. How many of you have seen this one? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there are more hands. Good. Well, for those of you who haven't seen that, I will. Oh, I need an intro. Oh, yes, I have internet. Perfect. This is really good. There are some people with some spare time issues, I think. What will happen is that he has no life for hardware, he says. But yeah, there it goes. You know what that is, right? That's actually the whole thing. There are some other people I know with spare time issues. They have actually seen through the whole thing. They say that's actually the whole movie. I haven't seen that. But well, I tried, and I think I managed to last for like 15 minutes or something like that. But yeah, well, it's the whole movie, they say. And if you have IPv6, you will get colors, it said also. All right, we're almost out of time. What else I want to show you? The command. Okay, I can do that. Let me see. You really need to see that. Yeah, well, now they will start shooting, actually. Pew, pew, pew. Right? Well, okay, back to the command. Sorry about that. You'll have to watch that on your own. It's telnet, and there is an address in Netherlands. towel.blinkenlights.nl. Very nice. Okay, before one more minute, perfect. Let's see, what do we have left? Oh, I wanted to show you just the way. Now I've given you some commands. I have even more commands. I have like Windows things. I could have been like talking for quite a long while now, but well, I can't. I want to show you some examples. The thing is that what you can do in Bash is you can put all the parameters together instead of like doing like OTRH and so on, so on, so on. You can actually put that to thwart. Summon power of gods. Like I was kind of really happy with myself when I came up with that. There is another one. You can actually, what you can do, you can chain all those commands. I mean, all those things you learn, all those Lego bricks or puzzle pieces, or call them whatever you want, you can chain them together. So this is like one long command, actually many commands piped into each other, and that will actually print you the the top 10 commands you've ever used on your machine. And that works on Cygwin, that works on Mac, that works on Bash, anything really. And another thing that's what I've been using it in, it's been a couple of years now, but what I had to do, on my old project, I had to pick the list of files list of Jira issues being committed, and then I had to put them in a file between different commits. So I would do something like that, which would actually do that kind of things for me. This is where the part where my drone came in, I would be able to control that drone from a command line by piping lots of commands. And this is the time where you actually would be kind of exercising and ducking. Like, you know, if it's a huge thing, Pirate Drone 2.0, big thing. So, but, well, you're lucky. It's safely at home, so. Well, we're out of time, and I tried to show you some fun stuff, some useful stuff, some interesting stuff. I hope that the command line now, it's not this. It's not anymore this kind of danger zone, but it's kind of like this. And you will try to do that, to use that more and to use some crazy stuff, do some crazy stuff, practical jokes, I think. And one more thing, remember to vote. I chose a totally random color. So remember that color and go and press one button. You know, this is not the color, you know, this is the color you're looking for, right? And the last slide is the just contact information. This is me. Write me an email. Get hold of me walking around at the venue. Say hello. Ask something. I'll be here downstairs for a little while too, so just come down. I don't think we have any question time. Do we? 2 questions. There is a hand over there. So one more question. Oh, this has been fun. I haven't had so much fun.
Are you going to come to Riga next year if we all choose the right color?
Well, that kind of, I think yes. It's a no-brainer. The big question is, what's the right color? Okay, you know that. Okay, perfect. Second question? No, perfect. Oh, there is a question over there.
Thanks for your talk.
Thank you.
Actually, I didn't want to ask a question. I wanted to notice one thing. I noticed that when you mistype something at the beginning of your command, you start deleting everything with backspace.
Yes.
There's actually a better way to update it with control and left and right.
Yeah, actually, not even that. There is a better way. Can I zoom in on this thing? It's actually still playing Star Wars in the background there. For those of you who, this is my cheat sheet, and I have.
We don't see it.
Oh, you don't see it. Perfect. It's even better. Let me see. If we do it like this, you will probably see it. Yeah, in a bit. There.
Oh, great.
This is cursor navigation in Bash. Take a picture of that. You can actually use control and letters just to go to the beginning of the line, end of the line, jump 1 word, 2 words. You don't even have to use the arrows, because arrows is this thing that's been added later. This is kind of vanilla thing.
You just have to remember them, right?
You just have to remember them. There will be like a quiz on the way out, right after the buttons. So I forgot to tell you that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.